Okay, everyone, hello. Hopefully my live is working. If you are watching, please feel free to comment and say hi, wish each other a Merry Christmas. And so, yeah, if this is your first time just randomly tuning in, this is my monthly card making night. So what I do is I have a group of ladies who they order kits every month and product, so they receive a kit for free and they get to craft along with me on a Facebook Live. You can also buy a kit just with the materials, no product, for $15 here in Canada. And again, you can follow along with the crafts and hopefully you'll enjoy what we're making tonight. And let's say you haven't picked up a kit. I do have a few extras that you can get either mailed to you or pick up here in Edmonton. Or if you want, you can just watch the video and enjoy some product ideas and projects. So I am just gonna, I know my computer's sometimes weird. Let's just check. I think we're good, but just look. Here we go. There. Okay, so I see Alandra. Oh, there. Lots of you. Okay, so I see you all on my phone. That's so weird. This is why I don't do shoutouts often during my Facebook Live. So I'm going to keep that to the side and maybe I'll see if you say anything. But I probably won't. So if you ask a question and I ignore you, please don't feel like I'm doing it on purpose. I will try to keep up with that, but it's not showing on my computer for some reason. So yeah, if you have a question about anything, just message me and I'll get back to you afterwards. So welcome to our Christmas edition. The catalog that you see in front of me is the one that we're going to feature our projects with tonight. However, I have to give you the sad news that you knew was coming, but this catalog ends January 4th. So the good news about that is there's some really great deals because some of the retiring products you can look online. My website's at the bottom, laurenurbonus.stampinup.net. If you click on the sales and specials tab at the top, you can see some clearance items, but you can also see something called last chance products. And those are items from this catalog that will not be available in any future publication. They're just telling you they're retiring, but some of them are up to 50% off. So you can get some dies, and then if you check the prices, it may be a better deal to buy the 50% off die and the regular price stamp than the original bundle in here. So just a few tips, and I do always check your orders, or try to. If you're ordering something through me, I'll try to get you the best price possible. But make sure to check that because we like these things and they're really fun. So I do hope that you guys enjoyed what the catalog had to offer. But in good news, because one catalog is going out, that means another is coming in. So I'm not going to open these up on screen because I can't show you what's inside until January 4th. However, if you watch my Show Me How It's Done videos, the one after Christmas, I will be giving you a sneak peek of some products and projects from the new catalog. So it's kind of fun to see ahead of time. If you're here in Edmonton, you can also pick up these catalogs tomorrow, I'll say after 4. I just got them in. Sorry, I have an eyelash. Here we go. I just got them in this afternoon, so I do have to unbox them and label them, but they will be ready for pickup on my front steps for all of you here in Edmonton. I've mailed out catalogs to everyone who's asked me already, who's outside of the city, but if you haven't and you don't have a demonstrator, just send me a private message and I'd love to get one in your hands. So, super fun to have these early. You cannot order them from anything in them till January 4th. So this is the mini catalog. This is the celebration promotion. So every $60 you spend from this guy or a big catalog, you get something free from here. Okay? Speaking of freebies, I'll show you, I have 4 of them in front of me. Here's a couple things, because I'm allowed to show you the physical things. I'm just not allowed to show you the pages. There's really cute stamps. There's really cute paper. There are more stamps than this, but these 4 stamps are going to be up for grabs at the end of tonight for everyone who ordered last month from me. So every month I do a draw for anybody who orders either at club or randomly. I throw your name in a bag this month or a bucket, and I do a little draw. So that's the end of it. Okay. So going back to these 2, just be excited because there's some great things in there. I have put inside your packets, everyone who ordered one of the kits, a list of my upcoming events. So make sure to check those out. They will get posted on this site the month, of or a few days before. So what you see on your calendar may not be on Facebook, but you can always register early just by messaging. January's event will be Surprise Prize Bingo. So that is 10 rounds of bingo. You can participate anywhere in Canada, but I need you to sign up sooner rather than later because I really want to get those items ordered. So the cost is $45. It includes a surprise gift. It includes 10 rounds of bingo and 2 make and takes, and shipping is $5 if you need it shipped out. All the prizes are from this catalog. They're great. Okay, so the more people we have registered, the better the prizes are. Just a little tip. Okay, I think that's all my announcements, which is exciting because that means it's time to craft. So if I missed anything, if you have any questions, just let me know. If you have a kit and you're following along, I'd like you to find the envelope that has some mint macaron paper and some of this tree designer series paper. It'll be one of your white envelopes. Okay, so go ahead and pull all of those things out. Make sure you're not leaving anything inside. And let me show you how this card is made. All right, so this card is actually just a standard card. Let's just pretend it's like this. I have cut it at 4 1/4 by 11, put a score mark here at 5 1/2, but I've also done one tricky thing, and I've put a score mark at 4 1/4, and that's giving us this really fun little illusion that you've got a full card on the front, but only a partial card on the inside. So it's kind of fun. I really like this fold. So let me show you here. Let's say you have this nice clean rectangle on the right hand side of your workspace. Then you've got this little mini rectangle and your square. I want you to put adhesive inside this mini rectangle. So you can use any sort of flat adhesive, whether that's steel, tape, or glue. No dimensionals, please. Okay, so tuck that in there. I'm going to use tape so it's really easy for you guys to see. And you want adhesive inside this whole space. Okay, so that when you take off these little things and close the card, you have now attached this little section to the card base. I really like using a bone folder when I'm doing my folds. So all I'm going to do is now take the rest of the card, and you can see there's a score line right here. I'm going to bend it backwards like this. Okay. And just a little tip, I do keep this video so you can watch it anytime. If you're somebody who doesn't have the kit, you can always watch the replay. Or if you, want time to just kind of watch me do it through, you can build your card later at a little bit of a stop and go pace. Okay, now I've given you a piece of white, and this is 4 by 4. It's going to go inside this card right here. I like to have something to write on. Whoops, there we go. So that's going right there. And then on the front of my card, I'm going to close that. You will have a designer series paper. It may be a different pattern than what I'm holding up, and you also have the ability to choose which side you want. But this is also 4x4, and it's getting attached to this large space here. Like so. Nice and pretty. So then the last piece of designer paper, if you're wondering, this is the Whimsy and Wonder paper. It might be gone, just so you know. It's because all of our Christmas items are while supplies last. So right now it's currently listed as unavailable. Stamping Up may tell us, hey, we got a shipment in, so that number may come on again. So if you want this, you can't add it to your order because I can't order it for you today, but you can let me know you want it and I'll order it if it comes in, and we'll work out, you know, a credit towards January Club or something, okay? So just a heads up on that. But I had this card designed before that. This little strip here is 1 inch by 4, and I'm putting it on the left-hand side here. But you can still order the bundle, which is the tree die that we're using, and there's a stamp set that's gorgeous as well. I also think I maybe have one package of this in my stash still, so if you really want it and you didn't get it, let me know. I'll just order myself something else. All right, there we go. So now, before I attach the little stitched oval that I made, I'm gonna do a little stamping. So it's totally up to you which stamp you want. You just want something small that fits up in this right-hand corner, because as you can see, I'm adding a tree and presents that are gonna take up most of your space. So the one that I chose is from Tidings and Trimmings, this Cheers from Our House to Yours. You could do Season's Greetings. You could grab something from Sweet Little Stockings, Peaceful Deer. These are just a couple I pulled off my shelf. So anything that is just kind of small in size is going to be perfect for what you're needing it for tonight, okay? So I used mint macaron for my ink of choice, but if you don't own that, some nice colors that could also fit is like Early Espresso, if you have Night of Navy, black, any dark color, or even this Misty Moonlight would be beautiful. So any of those coordinating colors are just fine. Okay, so tap, tap, tap on your ink pad and put this up in the top of the right-hand side. Okay, so now this piece you can pop up on dimensionals. Like so. And I'm putting it right in the middle of that kind of original square. Don't worry about this side. Okay, so while you guys are doing that, I did see somebody message me asking if we're live, which we are. Oh, sorry, my Whimsy and Wonder is sold already. You got it, Kathy. Okay. I don't know how to get into that notification. I saw it pop up on my thing. Hopefully she found us. I saw it pop up on my phone. Okay. Now for your tree. This guy is gorgeous. So I cut this tree out of our silver foil selection. All of the trees are going to be different because we have a really glossy, a matte, and kind of a metallic finish on the set. but I used the whole package and made tons of trees. So your tree may be shiny, it may be matte, it may be a little darker, but they're all gorgeous. We're going to turn this over and put a few dimensionals just on those middle 3 branches, okay? Because you can see the bottom of my tree doesn't get anything because we want it to hang loose. Same with the top. We're only attaching to the tag right here. So I've done 3 dimensionals on those larger areas. And I'm going to put this as far to the left as it can go without coming off of my designer series paper. Okay? And then the Whimsy and Wonder paper comes with a super, super fun sheet of presents that you can cut apart. There's 3 different sizes of them. So I'm using the tall one and the small one. So the tall one, they'll all be different colors, just an FYI. I'm going to put a couple dimensionals just right beside my tree. And then put my present right on top. It will overlap your tree a little bit, but make sure it doesn't cover your sentiment, okay? So there's your tree, or your present. And then your small present, once again, putting a couple dimensionals just off to the one side of present number 1. We're going to attach this one here. So they just kind of offset each other, and there's all sorts of color combinations that you can have with that. So I absolutely love this card fold because it's taking a standard card and kind of just giving it a little bit of character. It's very easy to realize why this section's a different designer paper because you've got that fun little fold. And then who knows, maybe you own the set and you could stamp a few little trees kind of in this bottom corner, or a present even. That would look really cute on the inside of your card. So there you go. I'm going to leave this up just for a couple seconds here. But just so you know, I will have the replay available and I'll post pictures tomorrow as well. So you can always come back and watch those. But give everyone a second to catch up. Because I know I have everything prepped and you don't, so. Or you don't have a stamp ready. There, so I hope you're all wearing something festive. Got my Rudolph right here. My fun little shirt, my little elf hat, because I like it. It's fun. There we go. Okay, I'm going to move these 2. And like I said, I will have them available for you to look at later. So the next thing you need is an envelope that has like this little gift box in it. Okay, so you're pulling that out. So this is probably one of our easiest projects, simply because these gift boxes, you don't have to cut them out, you're just having to assemble them. These are in our holiday catalog, and they're absolutely adorable. Look at them. They come with a little string here. You can pull them open and put a little Ferrero Rocher in there, or anything you want. So this gift box, the idea was actually from Sarah Douglas, who is Stamping Up CEO. She did a little video on them one week, and so I copied one and then I modified the other just to give us a couple different options of what to do. So let me show you how to make the boxes. They're very, very easy, okay? So white box number 1, just fold on all of the different lines. All the way around. So you will have one little flap, 2 side pieces, and 1 base. Okay, so the base is going to go down first, and then you're going to put 2 side pieces and tuck the bottom of the box. And that will give you a great little base for you to fill with treats. Now the top of the box has the string already in it, which is fantastic because I didn't want to have to figure that out. And once again, you're going to sit here and fold on all of these lines so that it's nice and ready to go. Once again, holding it in front of you, this flap, this nice gold flap, it's going to go down first. We've got 2 little half pieces, and then tuck the top together so that when you look inside, it's got a nice gold perimeter. Okay, so your box fits together super easily, like so. Let's decorate. Okay, so I have cut you out a few different things. So one is a snowflake from, where's our bundle? Let me just find it here. There's a great set with snowflakes galore in it. I just am blanking on the name. Here we go. Merry Snowflakes. So it has some singular snowflake dies and then some dies that give you just impressions in your card. So it's a really, really beautiful bundle. But I cut out one of those snowflakes. What I did was I took some of our pearlized paper. I put a adhesive sheet on the back of it, which essentially turns this into a sticker. Okay, so that when I put the die on and roll it through, I make you a nice sticker that you do not have to put glue on. You just have to kind of pick out a couple of these, whoop, don't lose it, these little circles, and then all you need to do is stick it onto the box. Okay, so put the string through the middle of the snowflake and then decide whether you want your snowflake facing up or whether you want the 2 edges. So whichever one you like, that's how you need to have this lined up. And you can choose also the way that you want your thing to face. Let's do that, okay? And then I did find I kind of had to take this out and press from the bottom of the box just so that my desk is a nice hard surface for me to use. Otherwise, it was a little hard to get it to stick. Okay, so there's your snowflake, easy peasy. Next, we grabbed some of our little letters. These are in the annual catalog, so they're not going anywhere. You can cut J-O-Y or anything else you want, but joy fits perfectly on here. So we're going to start with our O because that's the centerpiece. And I wanted to pop them up on dimensionals. So what I did was on the dimensional sheet, I just cut some of this edging in a really skinny line. And then I'm just going to attach a couple pieces onto my O. It's quick and easy, and you don't want to waste those edges, okay? They're very important. So just one on each side of the O. If you don't have these or you don't want to, you can grab glue and make them flat. It'll be fine. Okay, once again, put your O through the little string, and that should go around the center of your snowflake somehow. Okay, so it looks really odd right now. You need the J and the Y to make it work. So it doesn't matter which one you do next. I'm just going to grab my J and that strip. That will be great. And I will add that to the left of my O. And then, you know, just to finish off a word, let's do the Y. Here we go. And there's letter Y. That will fit right in there. And then last but not least, I did think it was fun to add some rhinestones. So I just used our basic rhinestones, the middle size here. So if you faced it up, you will have extras. If you faced it this way, you'll need 4 of them. And then what's fun is you could always put this on a tree too if you want. Just don't put something super heavy in it. Or you can just pass it out to somebody with a little chocolate in them. So they're really easy because you didn't need to make the box or use adhesive to put it together. It's just really, really fun. And I didn't do it, but because this is a sticker, you could always use this because I cut them in a 2x2 square. You could always layer this onto a piece of something else and have, so you can just take the backing off and then you'd have a really fun sticker outline like that. Here, sticker for a card. Maybe I'll do that later. So don't throw that away. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my lid on, put these 3 aside, and I'd like to show you the last project that we're going to do together tonight. That's a key phrase. Because some of you are looking in your kits and you're like, hey, I have more things. All right, grab your super long envelope. We are going to make this gorgeous card. This is a door. So in the catalog, there was a fall themed one. They did like an orange door and a pumpkin wreath and whatever. And I was like, hey, that's cute, but I need to make this Christmassy. So what I'm gonna do is I sat there because the beautiful thing about the catalog is it gives you lots of ideas. The hard thing is you're like, now how do I replicate it? So here's my messy Post-it. If I can get this to focus for you. There you go. Okay, take a screenshot of my messy Post-it. These are all the measurements you need to make these base and the door panels so that you don't have to figure it out. Okay, I've done all that work for you. So there you go. Hopefully that was long enough for you. Okay, so to make this card, you need lots of pieces. Okay, so your envelope is just full of things here. So be careful not to lose anything. Okay, and just a heads up, I did give you each a slimline envelope because this card is giant. It's not a Stamping Up one because my order didn't come in time, but there are slimline envelopes in the new catalog. Yay! Okay, let's start with the middle of my card because that gets pieces out of my way. So you should have a piece of shaded spruce and ivory. We're going to put that on the inside of the card just for something beautiful to write on that's a little stepped up, if you will. Usually I just put like one piece of ivory or white, but I thought this is a beautiful Christmas card. We need to step it up a little bit. There we go, 1. 2. There you go. You don't really need to do anything else inside this card because it's good to go. Okay, so then we're going to close this up and I am going to show you one little trick that I did on this card, but you do not have to do it to complete this card, okay? So you've got your 4 pieces that are small and your 4 pieces that are large. I wanted to show you a little trick in case you want to take the time to do it. So, give me a sec. 1, 2, and I need a scrap piece, cherry cobbler, okay? This piece has nothing to do with the card. So don't tell me that you don't have it, because you don't need it, okay? So what I did for my 8 pieces here, which is why I'm not doing it on screen, because it'll take a long time, is I took my cherry cobbler ink, because this is cherry cobbler paper, and a little dauber, and I brushed along the edge of the piece, okay? So as I go, you can see that this edge is darkening, and it's giving me a definition between the two, okay? So it's an option for you if you would like to finish that. That's why I did this last, so that you can give your card a little bit of definition. But I'm going to do it without doing this entire daubing because it would take a long time for you, okay? And if you don't have a dauber and you're just watching, you'd be bored, okay? So let's take our 4 large pieces. I like to always make sure I know where things are going roughly before attaching. Oh, sorry. You will notice the 4 are slightly different. So put them together. There's like, I don't even know, 1/8 of an inch difference. Okay, so the 2 that are shorter go on the top. The 2 that are longer go on the bottom. And this is how I'm just going to gently and generally space them out so that I know where they're sitting, okay? Now I can come and put dimensionals all over them, and I'll have to move these back into place once more, but this was a good reminder that, oh yeah, they weren't all even. I have to fix that. So just make sure they're the same as their partner, and then you can add dimensionals all around. Okay, so now you can start, if you're happy once again with where they would be, you can start one by one putting them into place. Okay. And because you're using dimensionals, you're giving your card a little bit of shadow already without doing all of the daubing. So on my card on the left here, I did not dimensionalize this layer because I didn't have the shadow effect from this one. So I'm just showing you how to still get a shadowy look for your door. But again, you don't have to do either way. You can put this flat on the card too if you want. Okay. And there you go. So there are 4 of our sections in place. Now, because we had 2 short and 2 longer, you'll also have to make sure you know which one of these guys are short and long. I've just kind of tapped them down. Here's my 2 short ones. Here's my 2 tall ones. Putting dimensionals under these as well. They will go right in the middle of the existing rectangle, so you don't need to pay as much attention to figuring out where they go. that right there. This guy right here. Like so. There we go. So you can see there's lots of dimension to my door now. It's got lots of character. So we're going to decorate it now. Okay, so this wreath is beautiful. I cut it from shaded spruce and I used, this is the Sparkle of the Season stamp. So we're using the Merry Christmas. But look at these dies. There's a wreath, there's 2 spirals, one has leaves, one has stars, and then a bunch of coordinating dies with like pumpkins and the pine cones and leaves. There's a bat, just some branches. It's such a cute, fun-filled set. So I really wanted to play with it. Okay, so that's where my wreath is from. And we're going to attach our wreath. If you look, there's one part that has like 2 crisscrossing sticks. That's going at the top. So I'm going to attach my wreath just with some glue dots. I'm just going to find a couple major clusters of leaves. It doesn't have to be perfect because nobody's going to care if they see a tiny bit of clear hanging through. Okay. So 1, 2, maybe 3 all the way around. There you go. And then making sure that overlapping branch section is at the top. This is going to be attached to your card, like so. You can do things in whatever order you want, but I'm going to do my bow next. So I've given you a giant thing of twine, okay? And the fun part about it is we're going to make a double bow to put on top. So fold your twine in half, like this, and just snip the end. And now we're going to, at the same time, do these 2 strings together and make a bow. I know you all love me. And then you can just adjust it to the size that you want it. Okay, and cut your tails. So this is our linen thread. And it just is fantastic. So I did that next because I have my glue dots handy. I'm just going to grab one of those, fix my bow a little, and put this right on top. Okay, so that's cute, but hey, let's keep going here. So we need a sentiment. This little guy I mentioned earlier, I'm using the Merry Christmas stamp. And this die here is from the Seasonal Layers set. There's a bunch of different ones in there, but it's fantastic for labels, okay? And I'm using an early espresso ink. So for yourselves, if you don't own the set that I just showed you, just find any linear set that says Season's Greetings, Merry Christmas, anything in there. And you can stamp in any sort of brown, red, green, black, even navy would look fine too. Okay, so any of those choices would be great. Now to put my Merry Christmas across, I do want it popped up a little bit, but I don't want any dimensionals landing in this empty space. So I'm just going to put 2 dimensionals on the panels here, and that will hopefully keep my tag in line, okay? So Merry Christmas right there. Perfect. It's kind of in the middle of the wreath. Now I have cut myself 2 of these little pine cones out. You can add whatever you want from your stash. So they're from this little bottom part of the sparkle of the season. Maybe you have some holly leaves, maybe you have some berries or anything to decorate, but it also looks great without it. So if you don't want to, that's fine. But to attach these two, I'm just going to put a dimensional on the back of the first one. And that's just going kind of off to the side here. And then I'm going to put a dimensional just right beside it for the second one, just so that I don't have my dimensionals overlapping one another. Whoops, don't drop it. There we go. So very, very cute and fun. And here we need a doorknob. So these are the brushed metallic embellishments. They come in, I think, gold, copper, and silver. But they're so cute. They do literally look like a doorknob. You can see the shine coming off of them. But if you don't own that, just use any sort of rhinestone. But everyone should have had one of those in their little kit. So there you go. You can see the difference. Like, it looks gorgeous this way. If you want, you can do a little different technique and, you know, do a little sponge daubing too. So there's an option for you. I'm going to put my instructions here. There you go. So I'm going to leave those there for a second and just go back to my mention of, hey, if I have a kit, I have something left in it, okay? So if you are a member of my monthly club, which means you commit to placing a $35 order every month, and you do that at least for 6 months, you have a little envelope that says, thanks for being part of club, blah, blah, blah. This is Stella's, for instance. You have a little project in here and a fun little paper share. This project kit was actually done today on my episode of Show Me How It's Done. You will make this gorgeous card box, and everyone will have a kit with this little washi tape. So whether you're part of my monthly club or not, I just wanted to say Merry Christmas and treat you guys. So everyone who ordered a kit this month has this extra project, and it is the coordinating tag for my kit today. So if you go to YouTube, to Lauren's Scraplot, you can find a video tutorial on how to make these, or if you have the items, you can also just follow along with the video. The intent was that you could wrap them up. Sorry, my thing isn't focusing. You can fit about 10 cards with lots of layers and envelopes, wrap it up in cellophane, and package this for somebody for the holidays. Okay, so it's just my little treat for you guys as a thank you and a Merry Christmas to you all. So I do hope that you enjoy the extra projects, and you're welcome to complete them anytime you have time. Okay, the video's up. You can watch whenever you would like. But before I go, I also want to do the draw for the people who ordered last month. So as I mentioned, you could have placed an order anytime in November and your name will be in this bag. If you placed a couple orders, as long as they were both over $50 or something, I threw your name in here twice. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I have a few different prizes that I'm going to let you choose from. I have one of everything on hand, but if two of you decide, hey, I also want that, don't stress, I will get more in January, and I'm happy to honor that for you, okay? So I'm going to move these out of my way. So if you hear your name being called, then you just need to message me and tell me which prize you want. So I have Catching Butterflies stamp, I have Awesome Otters stamp, Drive By, Island Vibes, or some of my favorite frosted and clear epoxy droplets. Okay, so hopefully those are all on screen. Okay, let's see who winner number 1 is. That is going to Jennifer Lewis. And I need a pen of some sort. Okay. Oh, well, no, I don't. Okay, Jennifer Lewis is number 1. You can choose a prize and let me know what you'd like. Number 2 is Sheila Damon. Congratulations. Number 3 is Amy Todd. So congratulations, ladies. Next month, anyone who ordered in December, I will have prizes to draw from then as well. So you 3 ladies can message me what you'd like. Everyone else, I hope you enjoyed today's video. I hope you had so much fun making our projects and that you're going to go now and watch the video tutorial to finish your projects because, you know, I just wanted to spoil you and give you a little extra goodies. I hope that you have a wonderful Christmas season with family, maybe even a few friends, but stay safe and stay healthy. I will see you guys in the new year. And message me if you want in on Surprise Prize Bingo. I'm going to have a extra bonus. I'll post the event, but I'm going to have an extra bonus gift for everyone who registers and pays before January 1st. So you guys just keep that in mind. Talk to you later. Bye.